Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And we are underway from Miami. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Miami Dolphins. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Play action, now it's Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Second and 18 at the 45-yard line.
Tua going to throw. That is incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forcing incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On third and long, it's Tagovailoa. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. They shakes him off. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Second and 1 now from the 21.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the
Purdy.
21-yard line.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
To Kyle Juszczyk. A gain of 7. First down, San Francisco.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. 14 yards. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and down he goes. Nick Bosa. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives, and it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll try and throw for it here. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter. And it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Here's Purdy. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 17 yards out. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Watch it, Oscar. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Here's Tua. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Dolphins nothing.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
20, TX.
From the gun, it's Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 62 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Finally, this defense makes a stand. They've given up touchdowns in their first 2 drives, but here they said, we've got to put a stop to that. Good coverage there to force a punting situation and a 4th down.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
They go play action here. Purdy. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it. Yeah,
hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Corner, long. 21G. 21G. Hey.
Tua sets up to pass it. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 58 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown in his first half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Tua going to run the sneak. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And now Tua going to try and sneak it. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Dolphins have come back to make it a 2-point game.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
And this one incomplete. So they wait for the two, they don't get it. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On third down, it's Purdy. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On fourth down, here's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Purdy sets up to throw again. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Out of the gun, Purdy. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brock Purdy, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Moody for the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Niners 21, Dolphins 12.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And fighting down inside the 25. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. That is caught. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On third down, here's Purdy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. And Jennings will go in motion right. Purdy on fourth down. The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Purdy now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Second down and 8.
Whoa. Watch it, Oscar.
Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He's got a man complete. He's got a first and maybe more. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 74 yards. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. The Tua going to try and throw for it, and he'll get in as they're back within a score now. It leads down to 7, and that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the two-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their two-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Miami. This 2nd and 4. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. Gotta assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. McCaffrey running up the middle, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
First down, 49ers.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow give the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd down.
Solo left side. 20 TX.
Throwing Tua. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Now Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores, you know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
21G, 21G. Hey.
Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now a 3rd and 6. Throwing here, Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A higher score.